So the purpose of this is to kind of maintain transparency and open discussion on the org's future, kind of like what everybody wants to see from it, as far as also as far as like what everybody's up to. The agenda is going to go as follows, and some of these teams aren't here and some people aren't here, so we won't talk about them, and I'll just give my spiel for them. So it'll be we'll be going in order of CS:GO, the PUBG Speaks next, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Fortnite. Then we'll go through the streamers, which will be Cheese, Benton, and Glyph. He's working. Then we'll hear from staff, which will be me and Flames. We'll have an open discussion, question, answer period, and then close out. We'll have Jay Chronic talk about CS:GO, where they're at, and what their future is, and if they have any questions or requirements from the organization.
You cut out what you say at the end there, Luke?
If you had any questions of the org or any requirements that you would like of the org.
No. I mean, I've been pretty transparent with you about like what else is going on, but really right now we're just trying to fill the roster for next season, just running tryouts. Basically just running the tryouts for the season, which starts in a little over a month. Other than that, I think me and one of the players for the team are flying to Philadelphia in 2 weeks to play in a LAN tournament up there.
Which is under Empire.
Which is under you all, yeah. It's two of this roster than 3 of people I used to play with. But obviously there'll be more stuff about that when it gets closer. But
what building's that in again?
Let me look it up real quick.
It's
a service data center. That's about all I can say. It's just a service. It's at a service data center, and like
I'll find it because I wouldn't be surprised.
Blocks above.
I wouldn't be surprised if Benton ends up there.
Yeah.
I rep that.
There you go.
It's the SunGuard Availability Service and Data Center. It's on the corner of North Broad and Callowell.
Okay, that's not far.
It's for me. I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to catch my flight.
It is for me.
I have a layover too.
So yeah, CS:GO's getting into some LAN stuff, obviously, which is good. I think that's the first LAN event Empire's ever been at.
What's the date on that?
It runs from December 13th to 15th.
Okay.
I might be making the trip down too, so we'll see.
There you go.
Nice.
So I'll squeeze in Silly real quick because they're running tryouts, and we'll get him, questions or where you're at, what you're doing, questions of the org, any requirements you need from the org.
Let's see. We got 3 solid members right now. We've been practicing basically, dude, all fucking night and day the past few days. Literally woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, saw them both in server.
Dedication.
Played with them until 7 in the morning. Anyways, running a tryout for 4 slot right now. Literally in a tryout for that right now. It's looking kind of good. Other than that, no. We've been transparent with each other.
Oh yeah, I mean I manage and I'm the ex-captain of the Fortnite. The Fortnite. God, I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry for the disrespect.
In anime, that's where you would flip your hair and have a little star above your.
Yeah!
Oh no.
Of the PUBG team, so I just retired a week and a half ago, so it's not like anything crazy's happened with them yet. Overwatch isn't here, but Overwatch is on like a Quandra. So if you want to leave, you can go ahead now. By the way, I forgot to tell you that.
Overwatch is on.
Love you guys. See you later. Bye.
See ya.
Laters.
Overwatch is kind of on like a hiatus right now with. It's basically how it was explained to me was we don't like the game anymore, so we don't want to
play.
Yeah, because we don't want the meta. We would rather play at a lower tier. So I'm asking them to reassemble a team if they want to stay on the roster, because right now it's just using up the Discord thing. They're super good. Really. They are really freaking good.
But they just don't like the current state of Overwatch, so they don't want to.
Yeah. So they're one of the best out there in the tier 3, tier 4 division. If not, I'm willing to say the best. And I think they would dominate tier 2. or 3 or whatever's next for them. So I hope they can get it together because I don't really want to go through that process again. Rocket League is a new team. They're looking to I don't even know what Rocket League tiers are. They're 3 guys who are all grand champions, high-ranking Rocket League players.
Nice.
All-
Good.
Oh, I was gonna say all I know is there's like RLCS and then there's is it RLS? I don't know. There's like the pros and then there's contender. That's all I know about Rocket League.
So it might be kind of similar to PUBG where there's like an open contender and then main stage.
I'm guessing they're probably like, I think in Rocket League it's 2 tiers. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on that. If it's wrong, someone.
Rocket League's looking to do a LAN here soon too.
That's
Well,
cool.
that's great. That's awesome.
It's less expensive than PC gaming lands. Or well, not. Sorry, they're on PC obviously. But it's a little less expensive to run.
Yeah. So Fortnite would be next. They do Fortnite stuff and Cash Cup stuff and stream.
They do the Fortnite things.
They do the Fortnite things.
Crank 90s.
They crank 90s, yeah.
Fortnite doesn't really have like a competitive scene outside of the competitive scene that it makes, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like a self-sustained, go ahead and participate type of competitive scene. It's weird.
Yeah. So they're there and they do it under our name. So up until they make it to a LAN event, we're kind of useless to them. But
Because Fortnite is just like a huge community. So,
yeah.
are you top 1%? No. Oh.
So next up, we get to hear from Cheese.
Honestly, business as usual, I guess. I just took a long ass break, probably actually closer to 14 days of actually no gaming whatsoever. Feel really good coming back now. I need to take care of some stuff, so it was better off for all of us involved, me taking the break. But now I'm back, and I'm pretty much wanting to just keep my thing going, pretty much stay regular with the schedule and stuff, and promote the org in general more. I'm not too worried about like my own brand per se. I'd rather have the organization grow. So any way I can help with that, I'm down to do. As far as needing anything from you, Lead, I mean, we're pretty on the up and up, I guess, with everybody. You seem to get along, you talk to your team leaders and whatever, so that's good. And I mean, we're on the same page, I think, as far as all that's concerned. So I'm pretty good for now. Nothing major coming up as far as like trips to because we're doing like long 24-hour specialty streams or anything. I think that's on a bit of a hiatus too, and until we get some more following and some more decent viewership. So anyway, that's about it.
Can you reach out to that individual who won your contest for me?
Yes, absolutely.
I still haven't heard back from the printing company.
Okay.
They didn't take my money. I don't really want to submit the order again for a third time. So check out with them if it's okay with you, because it was your giveaway and it was a custom shirt.
Yeah.
If they want me to keep trying, or if we can get them a jersey or something
We're
else.
doing more of a compensation as to this. We'll
Yeah.
just say something fell through with like our producer and.
What's going on.
I think it'll be pretty chill because
I-
he's an alright dude.
I can get a jersey out to him.
Sure.
Your name
Absolutely.
or his name on it. Something else.
All right, no worries. Well, I'll do that for sure.
All right. So next we need to hear from Big Daddy B himself, Benton.
Hey, that's awesome of me. So for me, I mean, I don't really have anything going on as much as getting back like Cheese was to streaming. I worked quite a bit the last like 2 weeks. Also dealing with like moving and everything like that. I'm still unpacking shit. It's been like 4 months. But as far as handling everything, I mean, I think the only thing that is an issue for me, as not really an issue, but something I like to see the whole org do more, is clips posted to Twitter. There's a lot of growth that can be gotten through just a quick, 30-second, 45-second clip that I don't see a lot of going out. And it could do a lot for us. It seems to be where I do it. I know for you, Lee, and myself, now that we're on Mixer, clipping's a little harder. I use a third-party like extension through Chrome to do it. But that's really my only
Can you just send me that too?
platform. Yeah, it's I'll send it to you after this.
Okay, yeah, I would agree though, Ben.
Yeah, and that's really the one thing that kills a lot of at least streamers. I know a lot of the actual teams don't stream while they're playing. Some of them, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for them, it's a little bit different. Even if they were to, when somebody else could watch it, at least the extension that we use, we could actually clip from their stream, no matter where they're at, Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, whatever. That's really my only big thing. I mean, as far as myself is concerned, streaming something I do to get away from, reality. and kind of talk to people, and there's one person or 200 people. The other thing is I'm pretty good at some games, so I'm starting to draw myself away from trying to be more competitive and playing things that are not as popular that make me happy. Makes me a better streamer. It
Yeah.
allows for me to have a better experience with my viewers, so far and so on. But that's really all I got going on.
All right, so yeah, we can address the this clips thing now. So if you can download clips instead of so we got away from retweeting everything
Right.
about 2 months ago maybe because that's all our timeline was Cheese's live,
Yeah,
Benton's live, Saf's live.
I would
Cliff's
agree
live.
that's kind of gets lame too.
So there wasn't a lot of content. Now, with that being said, I'm still looking for. I mean, Benton helps me. I'm still looking for people to help me with social media to do just posts. How was your weekend? I lack that a lot. I'm always more on the hunt for things, which should slow down with other announcements we have coming up.
Okay.
So I can get whoever wants it. If I need to find another manager to do it, I can. We'll do the same thing with the Dropbox for clip submissions, or even in the Discord. I believe we have esports clip queue. If you can put it in there, if it's a clip, obviously we can't. I don't know how the mixer thing does it. We'll have to get that figured out.
It's done through an extension called NeatClip, and that can be used to clip anything from almost any video that's on a web. It works pretty well. I mean, after you clip it, you can adjust it, save it, whatever. You just got to save it to your computer and then upload it to Google Drive. At least that's the way I do it.
Okay, so you have access to the Twitter, so you could do that.
Right.
As for Cheese and Glyph, whenever he watches this, or we can reach out to him.
Yeah.
We can go to esports clip. Oh wait, that's esports clip queue. We have a stream team clip queue? Yeah, we do.
I think we do.
Yeah, stream team clip queue. And actually, Glyph has some stuff in there now. So
I think I've put some stuff in there like a long time ago when we were first doing it.
yeah,
I
before I got here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
do that
the-
and at the social media team, which is just I believe it's just at social media.
Right. And
So
that's
it
like
gets-
the due
yeah, sure.
diligence that I do for myself. Like I go back and rewatch my stream, and if there's something I can remember that happened that's worth clipping, I go back and try to find it and clip it myself. Because I mean, obviously, having the org the way it is, some of us have more viewers than others. Some of us have none. Some of us have 1 to 5, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will be on you to go back and actually get some of those clips out of it, especially if you're on Mixer, because your viewers can't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I can jump in real quick.
Yeah.
One of our players streams literally every single practice, so I'll tell him about that and try to get him.
Yeah, because you guys have the esports clip queue, same thing at social media
Yeah.
on it. Anything big
Yeah.
that happens in a game,
Mhm.
and also you saw those results panels I have that I made for
Yeah.
you guys. Next season, I want to get really big into those, posting your results. So basically, what they are, they're custom images, and then I have little PNGs of numbers so we can put the scores on.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I have that for you in Overwatch. With our new graphics designer, she pretty much does whatever I ask. Like we had that Happy Thanksgiving thing drawn up in a matter of 2 minutes. She's pretty much.
That's cool. That's
So,
good.
so we're gonna work on that. SK Eclipse, whoever that is, says dab
Oh.
dab dab in the chat.
Oh, yeah, that's my Xbox account. I just realized my mixer's connected to it.
You're
I
banned.
mean,
Okay.
oh, that's toxic.
So Glyph's new, but I really like his content. It's funny. He's a really funny guy. He doesn't pull the usual numbers I want as a streamer. I just got a ban hammer from Ben. But I think he's gonna get there if we keep exposing him.
Yeah, and that goes back to the whole clip thing.
Yeah.
Some of his clips that go out, I fucking find myself watching them 3 or 4 times, laughing.
They're hilarious. Yes.
That's the thing. Getting it in front of more eyes is something I think we need to do as a whole, even for ourselves.
Mhm,
Just because the clip, the idea of a clip draws more attention than a picture or because you don't have to watch a clip with the sound on and get the point most of the time.
That's true. Yeah. Also, good point. I got to do that more. I don't know. I've been, like I said, trying to get myself to do it. So it's something I'm just working. It'll come though.
Well, now's a good time. Actually, we'll do staff real quick if Flames has anything he would like to throw in.
So for me, I'm just going to be working on, especially coming up in this December, working on the YouTube side of Empire Gaming.
Right.
I've been collecting over the past, I think, 2 or 3 weeks clips from the stream team. That is cut off by the end of today. So if you guys have anything else you want to slide in there that you want people to see, go ahead and do that, and I'll throw together the highlights video. Now, just for like expectation's sake, it's not one of those like super fancy 3D all-in videos that are kind of like the like esports style montages, just because the stream highlights don't really work that way with the streamers, like all their stuff on the screen at the same time. It's kind of, it doesn't look right when you do it in that fashion. So it's kind of like minimalistic editing and effects in that way, and it's really just showcasing the people what they can find when they go to your stream, and basically advertisement for you. If everything works out and YouTube allows me to post ads for it, I plan to bump up the exposure a little bit with the AdWords program. I've used that a couple times in the past for other channels, and I kind of really like how the campaign works. If you set it up right, I think it can create pretty great exposure for YouTube channels and natural growth instead of other methods. So I'm going to look into that. Other than the stream highlights, I want to get those continuous, going out on a regular basis. I would like to get with the esports teams, the various esports teams, when everyone is kind of back into their seasons, and get not scrims, but like all of their like official games in the leagues they're playing in, and kind of get those VODs from them and throw those up onto the Empire channel with the results on that. So if anytime an esports team is in a like official event or a league and they're playing like one of their matches of the season, if you guys could record that, for the esports guys who aren't here, I'll reach out to the captains. But if you guys have VODs of that stuff, I would love to put those up on the channel as well. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying hi. So like CS:GO obviously is like a month from now, but it's a ways away. Most of us already record our POVs. So would you want all of our POVs, or just like one person's for one game, one for a different, or like what would you want?
I would send me all of them, and so I can kind of just see from a viewer standpoint which one's the most like interesting to watch and has the most like retention value.
Yeah, I could also, like, during games, obviously, we can tell you which rounds some players did
Yeah,
more
that would
important
help too.
things.
Yeah, we can get them observer files, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can just get an observer file. ESA has a free observer file they can get.
Okay.
You could make technically the 3D fun stuff if you wanted to. If you didn't, that's fine. But
Technically.
it would be available to you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying that's awesome.
I was gonna say, yeah, I would say for like, because we play 16 games, 2 a week. So you probably wouldn't need to make anything like too crazy. Maybe like the only like, I'd say like better thing would be like a full season. A lot of teams will do like a final season, like Frag Movie and stuff.
Yeah, and when you guys like so apart from like just the match videos, I do want to do all of the super in-depth and super edited montages for the esports teams, just not like all of their matches videos. That'll be like a special thing that all the time and effort goes into those things for the different teams.
Yeah.
So for the Empire YouTube channel, the streamer highlights are going to be going up there, the match VODs, the montages from the various esports team, and then I was thinking about possibly doing like maybe a get to know segment once we get everything else lifted up, where we kind of introduce the various members and just so people have faces to the organization. But I haven't really talked about that with Leet yet, so that's just hey, this is maybe interesting. I don't know.
No, I think that's a great idea.
But yeah, those are my current plans, just to get the YouTube up and running again and drive more value to that for the current near future.
So I want to do that. I know you guys are tired of me harping on you about bios and website shit, but with the next step we're taking as an organization, being our newest sponsor, which everybody here knows about, but we'll get into it later. Reach and professional appearance is going to be huge. At least in my eyes, I think so. These guys are offering us some incredible things right now. It's not all set in stone, but it's not just your 10% Rogue Energy affiliate ship or your op seat $10 a chair. This is a real custom worked out between me and the CEO. We're making sure our streamers are getting products, our LAN events are getting covered, and we're actually working together and not just have access to a Google Drive file full of pictures. I'll be working with their marketing team. They'll be working with me and Flames. So as far as content creation, it's going to be huge from the streamers. You're doing your due diligence with your clips and everything. Hopefully we can get money out to you. I think if we monetize the videos, we just give that money back to everybody.
Sorry, I was in game.
It's all right. Back to all of you in Flames. I don't want any of it. We're gonna if we can start. If my vision comes true with this new sponsor and then the road ahead, we're gonna start giving you guys percentage bonuses.
I personally like to say, like, anything from this, from at least for right now, I don't want anything. I think it'd be best to hold on to it and put it into the team, into the org, just because making that sacrifice for dollars here, dollar there would be more beneficial for somebody who might need some stream overlays, who has potential or can't do this, to that. Having that extra, a little bit of money aside.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah, true that.
And that's up to you guys to make that. If you want to make that sacrifice, you can.
Oh yeah, I'm down with you giving us the option too. Like you said, here's would be your, I don't know, whatever it is, the percentage, and we could just say the option and say, listen, put it back in the org, or
Yeah. So I want to work on getting the website cleaned up. I'm going to bring in another person and get the website cleaned up. Changes to the website are going to include things like some results tabs, so we can actually track our teams through the website instead of having to chase ESEA links or Faceit links or anything like that.
nice, yeah.
Just some housekeeping. We got to add the link to the store, which we're going to get into that here in the next segment. We can talk about sponsors. I forgot to add that to the agenda. So right now we have our store through Tazar or Zar or however the hell you want me to say it. And their platform they use is the same thing we use when I had the store in our webpage, which is through Printful. And I can tell you right now that we don't, and the people buying our products and merch don't get the fairest of prices. They're getting almost 100% markups, and we're only seeing 10% of that.
Dang.
So right now Dash Threads is designing us some stuff. They actually reached out to me. They offered me a free store, free design consultation, and pretty much anything I wanted in the store would go in it. And a better prices for the fans, better discounts for us, and we'll actually get discounts for us, and a better percentage of sale. So I want to see what they come up with. I had some requests of them because their website isn't the cleanest. So I wanted them to clean it up because we're the only actual organization that they would have. The rest of their stuff is in there is just like jerseys from a group of buddies going to LAN. So it would be a big step for them as well as us.
Okay, so there's like incentive on both sides.
Yeah. So they said they'll look into doing that. They think that's a great idea. So basically what they're going to do is, how they have it set up now is instead of calling teams, they're called brands, and then they have top selling brands. I asked them to get rid of top selling and rename it from brands to teams, and then the top team bar be the pro teams, much like ours is set up for Zar to Zar. So I think they're gonna roll with that. That's all for the clothing. I'm pursuing a few other leads on some sponsors to replace Rogue Energy. Just because of the nature of how that link works, and in my personal opinion, I think Rogue is more of a great value G Fuel for the same price.
Yeah,
And-
I would agree there.
It's just, you're not going to pull people away from good stuff. I have been looking into a few different gum, actually, a couple different gum companies, some tea, and a couple coffee companies to fill that slot. And then Opsy, we're thinking about it. It's chairs are something that you buy once and then you never buy again, so we don't get a continuous income off of it. So if we do sell a chair, that person isn't going to buy a chair again. And quite frankly, the percentage back from them also isn't that good. And then that leads to the big announcement is the new sponsor that we've alluded to earlier is Fab CBD. We don't need to get into a debate right now about CBD. The writing's on the wall with the fact that it is a good thing. I have plenty of research links and stuff talking about what it does for gaming. It's a step in a different direction. I'm sure someone will disagree with it, but I think it's a really big step for us. It's their intro into the gaming world, which is why they're being so generous with us. Did I just cut out again?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
God damn it! I'm gonna put this thing in my mouth.
I think it's that Discord has a habit of doing that.
So they're basically, well, yeah, we have a lot of people in a party. This is their step into the esports and gaming communities. So they're going to be doing a lot of research, a lot of marketing looks, and business directly with us. So it's a big resource to have them. Basically, it's an extension into a whole new marketing team for us for essentially free. They're going to get product out to us, product to give away. I told Cheese and Benton, I really hate you guys having to rep products that I can't give you, and that's the first thing I asked of them. So we're gonna get some of that out to you. So I still have plenty of meetings that I have to go through before this. This is an announcement. We're gonna be working with them, but until everything hits, it's probably gonna be mid-December before the real wheel gets turning.
Cool.
Because we want to make sure our teams are all lined up. Their whole marketing team wants to look at our website. They want to request changes or whatnot. We're going to give them what they want, essentially, because this is a huge offer.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's coming out of it, but just from the little bit that Josh and I, who's the CEO, that we've talked about it, it's going to be multiples of times better than what we currently have. So we're looking at closing out the real year one of Empire, and not even year one of me being in charge of Empire, but I think we're getting the ball moving. We're where we need to be. Some other things I want to get into before we close out and do the open floor, which it's pretty much been open the whole time. If you look in the stream team tab, I have Clam right now who's streaming. So Clam is trying to get into CS:GO. He was a PUBG pro. The PUBG community and just the whole scene is suffering right now, so he's looking for a home. Him and I are both in talks about bringing him on or whatnot, but it's not finalized. I put him there just because the way that PUBG has done some people dirty, it's the least I could do.
Ooh, a knife on stream.
Is
nice.
just the developers of PUBG just not supporting it, or what's up?
No, so PUBG's development's fine. So PUBG is a Korean game. And their market their market is entirely marketed over there, and then we're like the stepchildren.
Afterthought.
Yeah, the stepchildren.
That sucks. I feel like NA would have like a huge market for PUBG, because when PUBG first came on the scene, it was ginormous. Like everyone was raving over this game.
Well, I'll tell you,
It broke all the records.
in the scrim servers and like the people I know who play and the people I play with, it's still big. There's a lot of passion. The NA I guess you could call like ambassadors of the game, the regional managers or whatever, are very the way they relay information to NA pro teams, scrims, and excuse me, and stuff is just very poor. Well, you know, we've all been boycotting for them to get rid of that guy and get a new guy in, but there's only so much you can do.
That's a shame.
And you know, maybe a change. They're looking at making some changes, some things we've seen lately. We like, so it might turn around, but he's going to be joining us somewhere, whether it's our CS:GO B team or our stream team, or the other option that, you know, I wish Silly was here to talk about. Is I'm also going to be with the acquisition of Fab CBD and the possibility of more money coming in. I might be looking to acquire some tier 2 teams instead of tier 3 and 4, some contender teams and stuff, you know.
For any game in particular, or
Every game.
okay, pretty much any team that wants to get on board.
Any team that wants to keep going. I'm not saying our PUBG team's bad, but I know an NPLC team that needs a home. I know an NPL team that needs a home. I can't afford an NPL team right now. That's kind of just...
PUBG team seems real passionate about PUBG. They love playing it. I was just watching, who was it? Gun Talk stream a bit.
Yeah.
Seemed to love the game.
Yeah, he's good. I like him. I think he would stay on the team if I have any say in it. I wouldn't tell the other team what to do, but I would request him to get a try out. I know that game. I know a lot of people. I've played with a lot of people, like some pros, a lot of pros. In my short time in it, that I know what it takes. But I also, and this is something also to close out that I'm going to preach, is I like to see a consistent roster and a consistent schedule.
Okay, I get it. I get a schedule.
That's not just you.
God.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, seriously, just
No.
call me out like that.
Just
Dude,
call
what do
it
you
all
mean?
the Canadians.
I'm pretty sure I have the most consistent roster in Empire.
I don't think Chronic has played one single game with the same roster.
No, I played like 3 games and then someone.
I was about to say like 2 games.
Yeah, so it's like we get 2 weeks of games and then someone leaves or someone gets kicked or something else happens to them.
I gotta say, the only
It's
consistency in Empire so far has been the moderation team. It's been the 2 same mods the entire time.
Yeah, so moving forward, you know, I want to see the growing points would be consistency.
Is Empire producing YouTube videos right now? Or
We
is
will
that
be.
waiting
We're-
till December.
It's going to be December's the first one's coming up.
Yeah, cool. Just keep an update with that.
Oh yeah, I went over my part with that a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Got back
I'll make
in.
sure I fill that badass clip channel with my clip that I don't or do have.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I get some.
That double
Get it
HE
in there.
grenade. Yeah.
Well, actually,
Stick
oh
with
yeah,
your
the
oath.
double grenade. Yeah, you seen
Yeah. Yeah, I watched that clip like 20 minutes ago.
I was talking and I just like seen sniper going on both sides of that bus terminal, and I just kept ditching it, dodging
Oh.
it, and then just
Doink.
But I think this is a good spot since we're just chilling. I'm going to end the stream and then we can continue to just bullshit.
yep.